So let's guys, today we talk about the best anime above South movies, where we will see a goon named Sakamoto who is a very big legendary hitman. But the poor guy falls in love. And as if you all tell that when this goon falls in love, then he leaves all these hooliganism and becomes much more noble. And here Sakamoto also does the same thing, but with him. How can he let him go out of the world of crime? He's willing to do anything to get her back. So let's see what happens in Sakamoto's normal life. So the anime starts with a South action scene where there are a lot of guys. Our heroes stand around Sakamoto. He does not care about this at all, and he starts moving towards them with his gun and iron rod. And the most interesting thing here is that as soon as those servants start firing bullets on him, he stops all those bullets from iron rod and starts killing them all one by one. It seems that the whole South movie is going on, and these things don't end there. Tomorrow, two guys attack him with a machine gun, but he doses all those bullets and kills them too. And we see that why? One day, he falls in love with a girl. The way he decides that he will now leave the world of crime, and we see him at home with that girl. It becomes fat. Then it is sometime later, just like the movie, Shinjo's partner, looking for him, comes to his shop and here the neighbor's child is doing something inside the shop. Because of this, a guy's pants get dirty, so he starts killing that child. But Sakamoto Parrot comes to him as soon as he blinks and starts seeing dreams of killing him. But now that he's retired, he can't do that anymore. Because of G's, he drops that plan, and his partner Shane reads his mind because Shane has psychic powers. Because of Jesus, he can peek into anyone's thoughts. This power seems very interesting. I also need such a power because in the hearts of girls, it is becoming very difficult to understand what is going on in this, but I tell Sakabots like Sheen about it. Sakabots think about killing him, who sees Sheen dies, and Sheen starts explaining to him that he is his partner, so he does not need to kill him. Then we find out that Sheen takes the Sakabots back into the world of crime. He would have come to know, and he would not have understood here why Sakamoto did this after all. But Sakamoto is ignoring all this and focusing on his noodles, because his motto is first pet puja, then kamduja, then Sheen starts smoking cigarettes there, which Sakamoto cuts off in one blow. Why are there no speaking boards installed there? And this is quite a lot to see. Are you surprised? Moto is still so active despite being so fat, and then he realizes that if he makes a single mistake, then Sakamoto will kill him in one blow. And here we see different people in the city are asking for his help from Sakamoto. At first, Shane thinks that Sakamoto might be hiding his identity and acting as a hitman for him. But the poor man is surprised to see that Sakavote is helping people in normal things, and it really has nothing to do with the world of crime. Because of this, he is sad and leaves. But Sheen is much happier that today he has met the person who is his ideal, and he makes his car in the same way, then his boss's phone will come. And as we know, whether the movie is old or the new boss's dialogues never change, and something similar happens here too. Because as soon as the boss knows that he is not going to come back to the world of crime, he tells Shane to kill him, because there is an essence of the underworld that if you come, you will go on of your own free will. After leaving the world, he does not understand whether he should finish his idol or not, and he keeps thinking about it all night. But he knows that if he does not do this work, then someone else will definitely kill him. Because of this, he decides that he will bid farewell to his idol himself and is asked to kill Sakamoto the next day. He goes to his shop where he shoots him. But how can the hero be treated like this in the first episode? And then we see a funny scene from the South movie where he reflects the bullet with the help of his candy. What's going on ahead? It seems that the director of Sakamoto will definitely be an Indian. Is it an Indian movie? Since it has nothing to do with the real world, Sakamoto hides in his shop, and since it is impossible for the dog to die in his area, Sakamoto takes advantage of his own area and distracts Shin and kicks him hard. And by the way, you may also be thinking that if Shin has psychic powers, then Shin can first understand what Sakamoto is going to do next. But Sakamoto is a professional hitman who cannot let his mind reach anyone so easily. So because of this thought, Shin also could not read his mind. So we see Sakamoto marmati on Shin's injuries and starts feeding him at his own house. I think maybe he's trying to kill her by mixing poison in her food. Taeshin starts eating the food and then realizes that there can be nothing better in the world and that Sakamoto wants to save these precious movements. Because of Jess, he has left the world of crime. Taeshin gives up, he leaves and asks his boss to take Sakamoto's life in exchange for his life. But guys, we all know that goons are not going to leave anyone so easily, and once the boss has decided, it will remain. So here, the same scene of the movie is repeated, where the boss pretends to kill Shin's words, but Shin has bicycle power, because of which he easily catches his lies and the rain of bullets starts. Then because of this place, Shin is kept an eye on, and we see that legendary movement comes where their girls collection is like. This scene is very fun to watch as many times as I have seen it, because everyone knows that if you are trying to bring a dangerous guy back into the world of crime, then what can happen to you? Then Sakamoto goes to save Shane with the teaser gun, and here Shane is avoiding the bullets of the enemies with the help of his bicycle power, who is killing him, and the whole scene is just like a movie. How long will he keep shooting? Sometimes the bullets will run out, and we'll see. As soon as his last magazine rings, a bullet hits his legs. Because of this, all the goons play him, and now we tell all that the time for the hero to come has now come. And only then, there is the entry of Sakamoto, who because of his speed and gun knocks all those people down, and as soon as everyone knows that he is Sakamoto, they become hasty to kill him, and there is a fight here, and the heat of the south. How can this be done? Because of this, we see an unrealistic thing where Sakamoto stops the pills with the help of a chopstick. This became a chopstick. What are they for? 10 Sakamoto starts killing all those goons one by one, but we see that he just reaches the peak and cuts the boss's gun in the middle. So because of the boss being injured, that fight ends there, and he finds out that he had a bug hidden in his gun. That's why he found her. But is there really a place to hide the bug inside the gun? It seems that you will have to buy a gun once and cut off this scene.
They are joking.
Sheen starts talking about leaving there, but we see Sakamoto keeps him at his shop, and Sheen also starts doing his work very well. Then the neighbor boy starts asking Sheen about his old life. Sakamoto threatens to kill him if he tells the child anything. Because Shane doesn't tell him anything, Shane starts talking to Sakamoto about the fight of the previous day, which Sakamoto's wife hears and threatens to divorce him, just like in the movies, if he goes back into the world of crime. And reminds him of the family rule and gets the Sakamoto. Completely scared, Tashin starts asking Sakamoto about the family rules, and Sakamoto starts thinking about killing him again so that Shin thinks 100 times before opening his mouth next time. So Sakamoto goes to the market to bring pokvers for his family, where a girl that jumps on him and ruins those poxburns. Because of Jess, Sakamoto becomes very sad, and we see that girl Lu has a lot of goons lying behind her, and she defeats them all by showing her waist kung fu. Then one guy grabs the girl, and the other guy starts trying to kill her. But Sakamoto and Shane come and save him. Then more goons come there, chasing the girl who understands Sakamoto and Sheen as his partner, and forced Sakamoto to pick up the girl and run away. Then here, we find out that a mafia boss is chasing the girl who killed her whole body to get that girl, because he wants one from that girl so that he can steal secrets on the black market, and then he sends 2 dangerous criminal brothers, So-on and Bacha, to catch that girl. Then here we are also told the story of the side of the girl, where her parents gave their lives, and she is caught by one, which opens a hidden vote. She swore she wouldn't let anyone touch her. Then the girl starts leaving alone, and Sakamoto seems to ask her if she wants to make pork burn, which she has to take pork burn for her family. And as the girl says yes to this, we see that she gets a free hitman to save her. Swear then Bancho comes there and throws Sakamoto away with a vigorous kick, and we come to know that So-on and Bancho are 2 hitmen who have never missed their target till date and have a lot of fun in killing them. Taeshin attacks So-on, and So-on starts asking her if she is angry because did he kill his friend? He tells Taeshino that he is an idiot who thinks Sakamoto can be killed by that attack and attacks Bancho Lu. And again, it is time for our hero's entry who punches Bancho hard. But this is a South movie, and we see that roof broken in one punch, just like a South movie. It seems concrete was poured less in the building, then it broke so easily, so we see that the children are still fine, and So asks to give them that key in exchange for everyone's life, for which Alum refuses, and as soon as he finds out that Sun is the one who killed his parents, he can only control his feelings, but Shane tells him to stay calm. When he goes, he attacks Sun Lu, but Sakamoto saves him. Lu Saka then asks Moto why he is helping her for the last time. And we are shown Sakamoto's fast burglary where his wife tells him to give up all the wrong things, and if he can't do it, then she threatens to leave him and jumps off a building, and Sakamoto also jumps after him to save him, but because of the snow below, both are saved, and his university explains to him as if he wants to save his love. And everyone loves someone. For those who cannot be them, then Sakamoto should not kill anyone, and at the same time, he must save those who need him to atone for his sins. And this is his family rule. He hears all this story from his bicycle power and gets very emotional. Bacho and Sean then attack Sakamoto. The Sakamoto stops their attacks with only minor kitchen utensils. And even here, the two brothers together would not have been able to harm the Sakamoto at all. Then they both attack Sakamoto in the sink, and we see that not a single attack of them can even touch Sakamoto, but I don't understand how despite being so fat he survived their attacks. And that's what they think, it's just the grace of the plot that Sakamoto is still left, because when the heroine dies, what happens to the rest of the season? Then the two brothers start attacking Sakavato with their most special attack, but Sakavato picks up a container and hits Bacho on the head. Because of this, his strength and attack spread, and Sakavato breaks his weapon with a pen. Go into his backyard. The Sound realizes that he can't harm Sakamoto. Because of this, he attacks Loop, but Shin listens to him and pulls him back by the rope, so Sakamoto slams the entire refrigerator on him to cool his anger, and the two interrupt them and take them to the mafia boss where Lou puts a knife to his throat. But instead of killing her, she just butchers her because her father told her to be happy, because he can't kill anyone like that. Then we see that there is a lot of treasure in the hidden ward. And all those things are kept by Luke Lan's head, which is very precious to him, and Lou's dad has left a bottle of wine for him, seeing which Lou becomes very happy, and everyone starts partying there with Pokman. Then here the next day Sakamoto is not only getting drunk, and Lou also stays at the shop of Sakamoto Voto to do a job, and here we find out that there is a bounty of 1 billion yen on top. Then the next day, Shin is very upset with Lou because she is not putting the goods in the store well. Just ask Shinu to be taken out because she is spoiling the atmosphere there. Now reminds Lou that where there is a mafia and two hitmen, then the atmosphere there can be much worse. Then he suddenly starts laughing and talking, which Shane and the people are surprised to see. So Shane is very surprised to see that Jeezy did not have such a conversation with Shane even while in the mafia. How did he suddenly start talking? But only then do people see it. Another Sakamoto comes there, which they burst when they see because they were not going to handle the same Sakamoto from the people. Then that fake Sakamoto attacks the real Sakamoto. But Sakamoto escapes his attack, and we see that he is not a friend of Sakamoto, so he does not understand why he was not able to read his mind, and how is he like Sakamoto? You can make a copy and start laughing at Nagumo Shinalo. Because of this, they start killing him and start asking Sakamoto about him. Sakamoto then tells him that he is a hitman like him, and Nagumo tells him that Saka is a hitman. Above the motto is Van Willian's bounty. Why some people think that Sakamoto is back in the game, then they want to put him away, then a pizza man comes to kill Sakamoto, who makes Nagam's hostess. But Sakamoto and Luko are hungry, and they leave Nagam's and start enjoying pizza. Tomorrow, Nagamu tries to find the killer himself, but Sakamoto refuses him to kill anyone, and Nagamu makes him realize that Sakamoto really thinks he can kill anyone without killing anyone. He can get out of this mess, and because Nagumo and Sakamoto used to work together, His organization will not come after Sakamoto at the moment. Then here in that pizza box, the organization that attacked Sakamoto has hidden a camera, which seeing Sakamoto cannot believe that there is a bounty of 1 billion on such a servant. But at the same time, he explains to them that Sakamoto was in B order, and even though he retired 5 years ago, he is still very dangerous. Because of this, they should take all these things a little seriously. Then they notice that Sakamoto already knows about the camera, and Sakamoto tells them to stay away from him or he will roast their corn in the eye of hell. So Moto thinks about going underground for a few days so that there is no danger to his family. But then he remembers that he has to go to the amusement park with his family. Well, I don't understand these things. Then the next day everyone starts enjoying the swings, but the condition of Sakamoto and Lou becomes thin, and here Sakamoto's daughter, Sugar Bunny, comes to see who Lou looks just like Sakamoto. He decides that this time he and Lou will work together to protect Sakamoto's family so that Sakamoto can spend quality time with his family, and for this Shane starts using his psychic powers. Then we know that if the conditions are right, Shane, anyone within a 30-meter radius can be affected. Because of this, he will realize whether a criminal is behind Sakamoto or not. Then Sheen sports an anime and he tells Sakamoto about him, and then we see the anime start attacking Sakamoto. Sakamoto makes a hole inside him with his pen and Lou and Shane start hiding him. It was just like Jolvik there. I wish they would show the scene where he hit people with a pencil. Then we see that Sakamoto follows his family rule of no kill. Because of this, Jesus would not have attacked the vital organs of that anime, and another person came here to kill Sakamoto. Joe also knows about Kishin's power and starts acting completely normal to avoid it. Even though Shin passes by him, Shin doesn't know anything about him. Then they go on a roller coaster ride, where Luko seems a little suspicious of that person. But because Shin doesn't have any kind of bad vibe, he seems normal. That's when the person starts thinking about killing Sakamoto in his mind, and Shin tells Sakamoto about it. He then shoots person Sakamoto, but Sakamoto deflects his bullet with the help of his bulletproof glasses. I think I need to buy these glasses, but what about you? What is the secret of their stability? It seems that the director did not like Neutron, so he ate Neutron's apple and threw his knees, and further, we see that he hates Neutron even more. As we see, Sheen frees himself from the loop and jumps off the roller coaster and lands directly on top of the person. He tells Tashinu that I have to talk to you, so come and jump with him. This way of talking, guys, is not too casual, so Shane gets ready to fight with that person, but behind him comes a roller coaster, but then comes the power of the Flash inside him. Just as he escapes that roller coaster, he attacks the anime Shane with his kunai, but Shane is one of those barbers. He is able to dose only one, and today we see that poison spreads inside him due to the second kanhai. Then the anime starts telling Shin that Sakamoto is a loser who is afraid of dying, and Shin is exactly the same because those who love life keep thinking about saving themselves. And this is the reason. Because of Jess, Shin could not dose both kanenai. He then tells Shinu that Sakamoto is doing all this for his family, and whenever people have to save something, they work hard for that thing. Teshin is unable to see anything because of the poison, but he is not ready to give up and catches the enmity as soon as the roller coaster comes. And he starts fighting with her, but he doesn't see any way to defeat her. Because of this, he starts hearing different voices, and as soon as he hears Sakamoto's voice, he takes the anime to the place where he crashes into Sugar Bunny's fight and enters Sugar Bunny's costume. Tashinar, that anime, starts fighting again, where Sen starts washing that anime very badly, and everyone is cheering him because they feel that this is a part of the show. Then that anime does not understand how Sen is able to fight with him so well, despite being blind, or we see Sakamoto guiding Sen with the help of his mind, so that anime, he is surprised to see that Shin has closed his eyes. Tashin makes a strong attack on him, causing the anime to lose, and everyone starts applauding for Sugar Bunny. And with this, the episode ends. Now the link of the next episode will be coming on your screen. By clicking on this,